can't cancel all of us. Or can they? What's up, guys? GeorgeTheCloud here. My name's Jorge, aka George. Welcome to the channel and welcome to my life. Yes, we are checking out Tom MacDonald, Can't Cancel All of Us, as I see him here on the thumbnail with that message prominently featured in the American flag behind him. I think he's gonna play the guitar, so I'm excited about that. The previous song that I reacted to from him, Man in the Sky, was one of my favorite songs that he has put out. So he kind of goes back and forth, different vibes. I'm guessing this is going to be very patriotic, but he does have the acoustic guitar, so maybe he goes into like the feels kind of vibes. I don't know, but yeah, I have reacted to Tom many times in the past. I'll have a playlist at the top right in case you guys want to check that out. And right now, I think we begin. Grab some popcorn, fill up your water, put your headphones on. Let's go.
They told me, be a man, boy, toughen up. Then they let women become men, they tricked me. They told me, speak your mind if you're brave enough. And I spoke up and I got canceled quickly. We were always too young and too nice, and now we're too old and too white. You're either too left or too right. Well, we're speaking our minds tonight. 'Cause you can't cancel all of us, and you're more than welcome to try. But you can't cancel all of us, 'cause we're standing here side by side. And you can't cancel all of us, we'll burn the stars and the stripes. But you can't cancel all of us, 'cause the internet ain't real life. They told me, be a man, boy, just like your dad. Then told me everything I am is toxic. They said the color of your skin doesn't make you bad, but mine makes me racist, got it. We were always too weak and too afraid, and now we're too male and too straight. You're either too real or too fake. Well, we're speaking our minds today. 'Cause you can't cancel all of us, and you're more than welcome to try. But you can't cancel all of us, 'cause we're standing here side by side. And you can't cancel all of us, we'll burn the stars and the stripes. But you can't cancel all of us, 'cause the internet ain't.
Is that the guy from Pawn Stars on the left? I think he is.
But you can't cancel all of us, 'cause the internet ain't real life. You can take my job away for something I may have said online, but you can't control a man who won't comply. And you can call me every name that you might think will hurt my pride, but if you think you're stopping me, you're out your mind. 'Cause you can't cancel all of us, and you're more than welcome to try. But you can't cancel all of us, 'cause we're standing here side by side. And you can't cancel all of us, we'll burn the stars and the stripes. But you can't cancel all of us, 'cause the internet ain't real life. 'Cause you can't cancel all of us, and you're more than welcome to try. But you can't cancel all of us, 'cause we're standing here side by side.
New album coming out April 25th. Maybe I'll react to the full album. Okay. As always, a lot to take in here. I'm going to try to give you guys my honest, real, legitimate opinion. Kind of summarize it all. But it's a lot. Let's see what you guys think. I'm curious. I always read the comments. First things first, we hit the like. I am subscribed, and I'll have a link of the original video down in the description below. Tom. What can I say here? You can't cancel all of us. it's such a big topic, right? So what am I thinking here? Of course, the cancel culture has gotten out of hand. I do agree that they can't cancel all of us, nor should they, because the whole point is that if you're gonna cancel somebody, that's pretty extreme. That's like the farthest you can take it. You're sort of you know, maybe destroying their life in a way. You're separating them from society. You're labeling them as you're bad. You go over here. It's a bit like mental jail, I would say, right? So it's actually pretty, that's tough. Like that that's not anything light. And people that get canceled go through a lot internally, like psychologically. And if they deserve to get canceled, then they deserve to feel that way. But then what's the other case when you shouldn't get canceled and then you get canceled for just speaking your mind? So let's talk about that. I've said this before. I lived in the US 15 years. I grew up there essentially, but I was born in Colombia. I'm fully Colombian, and that's where I reside currently. I came back to the motherland, but I still have, the US. It's my country as well. I feel like half and half. And this like cancel culture like vibe and energy has been like on the rise, although I think it already reached its peak. It's sort of like a trend that happened. Everything is a trend nowadays, and if it's a trend, then it goes away, right, with time. And I feel like we already reached the peak, and it's starting to come down, and people are relaxing a bit, which is a good thing. I've mentioned this many times before. I try to compare countries to give you guys a point of reference. And if you guys want, my opinion more in depth, you can check out the other reactions where, I talk about specific things. But in Colombia, here where I live, and maybe probably most of South America, there is no real cancel culture. I mean, it's good and bad. It's bad because then a lot of people can get away with things, right? In the government. I mean, not that it doesn't happen in the US, even with the cancel culture, but it's just, it gives them more wiggle room, and people that are, shouldn't be doing certain things, they don't really have, repercussions, so they just continue to do them, like thieves and stuff like that. If thieves know that they're gonna continue to get out of jail, then or not even placed in jail, just released, then they're gonna keep stealing. So that's the thing with like not properly, addressing issues with people, and having them pay for their actions, right? So then you have this really relaxed to the extreme society where nothing happens, and then it's a little bit of chaos. So that's the bad thing. But the good thing is that where was I going with this? The good thing about having the cancel culture is that the people that deserve to be put in their place get put in their place. But the whole point that I'm trying to say here is that I think the US got carried away, got lost in the sauce, and now it's sort of, it reminds me of like the Salem witch trials, right? That anything could say anything for no reason, and then it was taken as fact. Like, oh, you're a witch because we saw you, cough 30 times in a row or something like that. And then nobody could disprove it, and now you get hung. So that's a little bit dangerous. And see that, like, this is more of a conversation of a live stream and stuff like that, something really long. I can only say so much during this video. I think you should be able to say whatever you want. It is the freedom of speech, as they say. You should be able to say anything unless it's directly violent and putting somebody's life at risk. Like, you can't just say I'm gonna injure this person right here. Then that's that, and then you can't say that. That's not okay. But like anything else, if you're just being sort of general, then I think you can speak your mind, and you shouldn't have to pay the consequences, like I said, unless it's violent or dangerous. So, for example, many of you guys know this. I am not a Trump supporter, and let me say this again. I don't really dive into politics. It's just another topic that consumes a lot of time, and I rather focus my energy on things that I enjoy and that make me happy, such as music, entertainment, sports, whatever. So I've been saying this. I don't really care who is in power, and I know some people take that one way or another, but that's the whole point. I'm fine with you saying that you support Trump. Like, that's what that's just your opinion. But then you should also be okay with me saying that I don't support Trump. And then that's when things, it's like the double standard. Then where are you standing on the line? Do you agree or disagree with what I just said? Because the thing with Trump supporters, and of course I'm generalizing, is that they're kind of hard to get through in here, right? You can't really sort of talk things out, and so I think many Trump supporters are like, oh yeah, I should be able to say whatever I want. Freedom of speech, you can't cancel me, I love Trump. It's like, fine, sure, like, for me, that's whatever. But then you should be fine with me saying that I don't support Trump. Then if I say that, you can't go attacking me and then trying to cancel me for saying I'm anti-Trump. You know what I'm saying? So it goes both ways, but at the end of the day, I'm here for the music. This is a channel about singers, musical content, performances, talent, things like that. It's just, with Tom MacDonald, we kind of have to go into a little bit of politics and different topics, which is fine by me. I don't mind diverting. But like I said, I enjoy his music. I respect Tom as an artist. This is what you should take away from my opinion and my reactions on Tom. I respect him as an artist for his music, for his singing, for, the things that he comes up with. I don't have to agree 100% with his lyrics or his political stance. That's just like it's sort of like a personal thing that goes into his music. There's an overlap, but to me there's a difference, because if you start to think about it, then do you agree with 100% of things that your favorite singers talk about, like their personal life? I don't know if I brought this up before, but like Michael Jackson. Who doesn't love Michael Jackson and his music? One of the greatest artists of all time, maybe the best like single performer. What do we agree with his personal life and I don't know, waving his baby blankets on the balcony? I don't know what was going through his mind. I don't know if he really did what people thought he did, the sexual accusations. I don't think so, but I don't know. I can't say for sure. I don't think nobody can. I don't even know what happened to that. They just sort of let it go. I don't think he's guilty, though. He just had a very disturbing childhood, and then people sort of took advantage of him and how soft he was. But the point is that even though I really enjoy Michael Jackson's music, I don't agree with his personal life, some of the things he has done or said. And that's the same thing with Tom, and that's literally the same thing with every single musician, artist, or person that you can think of. So you like them for a reason, and then you put the other things maybe aside, and if you care too much about the other things, then you let them go. From my point of view, I'm not, even though I disagree with Tom's political stance, I'm not going to let him go just because of that. I still enjoy his music, and I will continue to react to it. And that's my point. So don't get canceled, and don't cancel other people. That's my lesson for the day. Thank you guys for watching. Take care. Hit the like, subscribe, and at the end, do a flip. Till the next.